All right, what's going on, boys? We are here. We've got the new mic set up. We're ready to go. It is Waiver Wednesday. We're going to do a quick team list Tuesday wrap up, and we're going to get stuck into having a look at the Waiver Wednesday, see who was on the waiver wire, who held their waiver. Paddy, I'm looking at you, brother. Get those waivers happening. And yeah, let's get stuck in. So first off, we've got the Cowboys versus the Sea Eagles. I'm pretty heavily invested in the Sea Eagles this year. Not by design, by accident, but let's see what's happening. The battle of the fullbacks this week, Scott Drinkwater versus Tom Trbojevic. Any big inclusions? Braden Burns is back in. Murray Taulagi drops out. Jake Clifford and Tommy Dearden are still in the halves. Sonny Luke starts. So Reed Money is out with a HIA. Kai Donald still has that spot. Sam McIntyre still out with that knee injury. Ruben Cotter scored 60 on fantasy, by the way, just quietly. Very, 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 very good from Cotter. We know he can do it, but he just doesn't. He's not very consistent. Viliami Vailea, or AKA Ramim, he wants that spot back. He was there last year. Let's see if he can get it back. Thomas Makaleli, the famous Chelsea player. Thomas Makaleli had a great game against the Brisbane Broncos last week. I thought he was excellent. We pretty much went toe-to-toe with Payne Haas. So, could be a fantasy relevant guy. And someone was in there on the waivers and jumped on him. And we're going to have a look at that soon. Let's have a look at Manly. We've got Tom Trbojevic, Jason Saab, Tolukula. Garrick's been on fire lately. Pass the ball to Lehigh for me, please. Lukey Brooks, the barbecue master, still there. Jamal Fogarty, Paseka, they're still starting Wakeham. We've got Kobe Hetherington, Ola Kawatu, Ben Travojevic. Pretty much the same team, pretty much unchanged. All right, let's have a look at the next game. We've got the Raiders versus the Storm. Storm have lost, what, 4 games in a row now? It's getting pretty bad. It's getting pretty dire. My boy Hot Tamale has lost his spot for Matthew Timoko to return. Jimmy is cheering that Matthew Timoko is back. Matthew Timoko has been killing it in the New South Wales Cup, and he finds himself back in the team after Tamale just said to Ricky, you know what, mate, I'm not helping, I'm not cutting it, let me go back to Cup, let me cut my teeth, and I'll come back better, harder, stronger. So he had a good little run in the Cup, and now Timoko's back. Let's have a look what else is going on. We've still got Ethan Strange and Ethan Sanders in the halves. We've got Tom Starling starting still. Noel Martin back in the starting team. Could see a late swap the way we did last week with Zach Hosking sniffing that bench. Simi Sasangi absolutely on fire this season playing at centre. He's been killing it. We've got Farlongo for the Melbourne Storm. Nick Meaney in the centres with Manae Waitere. Don't know if I said that right, brother, but look, you're a good-looking bloke. Me and you, I feel like we share a few of the same features. I'm also 183 centimetres, 93 kilos, just not 24 years old anymore. All right, we got Cam Munster, Jerome Hughes. Cam Munster's been pretty quiet this year. Jerome Hughes has had flashes, but fantasy-wise, he's been a bit quiet. Stefano has been good. Joe Chan, don't know. I do not expect this guy to keep that spot. I think this man right here is going to take that, Sean Bloor. All right, let's keep it moving, guys. We're here for Team List Tuesday. We're a day late and $1 short. Hammer, the Dolphins come back from their bye. Herbie, let's go, baby. Izzy Katoa, Max Plath. No real surprises there. No, not really. The only changes for Penrith, I believe, is we've got Isaac Tungor. We'll have a look at who owns Isaac Tungor because Casey McLean's out suspended. And we've got Luke Garner starting. So your boy Vince is excited. He's got Luke Garner starting for Liam Martin, who's copped an injury. We'll see. I think Luke Garner can be a bit of a trap sometimes. But at the same time, well, this is why he's a trap, right? Because he puts up massive scores and then one game he just plays like 30 minutes and you don't know why. Or he does a hammy. He's got a very weak hamstring. But I'm honestly just a little bit jealous of Luke Garner, of owners. So I hope he does well because I've always been a big Luke Garner fan. All right, next game we've got Warriors versus the Titans. Any changes from last week? We've got RTS still in the centers. Chanel, Harris Tavita, Tanner Boyd. Nothing new. Oh, we've got Kurt Capel returning. So Yanni's pretty excited about that. Vaimunga, the big Vaimunga. That's Jamie's boy from last year. Loves him a bit of Dimitri Vaimunga. Jacob Laban, Jimmy's boy, on the bench. Solid, 10 points in fantasy last week? I don't remember exactly. Keeney had his coming out party again last week. Last year he was out with a bloody broken freaking neck. And we've got Faimani. Whoa, I'm going off. Am I going off the charts? I think I'm going off the charts. Maybe I'll try talking. Ooh. Okay, who cares? Let's keep going. I got complaints that I was too soft before. Now I'm probably too loud, but let's keep it going. AJ Brimson, mate, pick up your game, buddy. Lachlan Ilias starting in the NRL. Never thought I'd put those words together in the same sentence. Mate, guys, if you've got Curtis Morin starting in your front row, I think you might have a bit of a problem. Arama Howe, Bo Fermor, Chris Randall. We got big Ollie Pascoe. This guy is fucking my life up. I've got Sammy Verrills. Sammy Verrills can't catch a break right now because this kid is absolutely killing it. 26 years old. So he's not young by any means in NRL terms. But seems to have hit his straps pretty quick. And Khaleesi Haas on the bench. So I wonder if we'll see him this weekend. I know Paulos is dying to see a bit of Khaleesi action. We got the Dufty Bowl. We got Matt Dufty at fullback. We've got some cheeky trades going on with Matt Dufty being passed around like the town bicycle. Everyone's taking him for a ride. Who even owns him now? I think Goey Johns owns it. No. Yes. I think Goey... No. Hang on. In, Dufty. Out, Joash Papali. Okay. So, then Peter has him? Fuck. I'm a bit dumb. Not making much sense to me at the moment, but we'll work it out. Hang on. I can just work it out like this. So, Kelvin brought in McKaylee this week off waivers. And then, okay, so Peter must have brought Dufty in. But I thought, did they trade with Pat? I'm confused. Anyway, we'll have a look. Tavita Totola, Brandon Smith, Lockie Hubner on the edge. Fafita is out injured 4 to 6 weeks. The fantasy monster, I called it last week. I said we'll never see the numbers he put up again. And now he's injured 4 to 6 weeks. We got the St. George Dragons, Tyrell Sloan, Chris CT Tui Pualotu. That's another one of Vince's boys. We got Matthew Fairguy. Anthony Haramis just picked up this guy off of the free agency. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the big Matty Fairguy. So the stats are all over the place, averaging 25. You might not think that's very interesting, but if I filter out for the centers, and let's just assume he's going to play over 70 minutes, right? Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt that he plays a full game, 37.2. Even if you want to take out that 19 from the Panthers, yeah, and 11 versus the West Tigers back in 2022, your average is probably looking at about 40. So could work out for Anthony, but we'll see how long he keeps his spot. Daniel Atkinson, Kyle Flanagan, number 7, because numbers don't matter. The Jula, the seafood combo, is up at prop. Toby Couchman, Luch Leilua, Jaden Sewer just told everyone, I don't want to stay here anymore. I want to follow in the footsteps of Zach Lomax and go to Parramatta. So we will be seeing Jaden Sewer in the Rugby Union Western Force in 2028. Hamish Stewart, my boy, and Jacob Little on the bench. Nothing else really that important. Harmisele, shout out, brother. Saw you at the fish shop yesterday. Hope you had a good one. but you didn't have any food, so we're a bit cut, but that's all right. West Tigers versus the Broncos. This game comes to you Saturday night at 7:35 p.m. Jesse Arthur's still playing fullback for the Reece Walshy baby is out. Karapani comes back in. Jareem Buller for the Tigers. Sunia Taruva. Taylor May returns. Oh, shit. I wonder how loud this is because, as we can see, the decibels are going off the charts. See when it goes red? I think that could be a problem. So I hope I don't break all your eardrums. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Herbert. Macassini finally back to the wing for that insane work ethic for the 20-year-old. This kid's a freak, man. This kid is a freak. He's massive. Look at them eyebrows. I might need to speak to his eyebrow manager. 192 centimeters, 105 kg, 18 years old. Holy shit. Birthed in orange. This guy is a freak. We're going to be hearing about Macassini for years to come. Years to come. This guy looks like Suaalii 2.0. Jerome Luai returns. So your boy Jezza. Jezza's pretty G'd up about that. Terrell May. Who would I be without mentioning the the owner of Terrell May? Joshy, you love it. Big Joshy loves Terrell May. Terrell May downed me last week. Alex Twal. Jock Madden back to the bench. We've got Xavier Willison for the Broncos starting at lock. Who's got Xavier Willison? That's right, it's me. Paddy Carrigan's out suspended. We've got Pierre Kura starting. Josh Rogers, never heard of him, playing hooker. I thought he was a half. Tigers could win this. Tigers could very well win this. Oh, wait, sorry. Hang on. Your boy Adam Reynolds is back. He's named. He is named. But expect a 35-minute performance and Tom Duffy to come in and save the Broncos. We've got Roosters versus the Knights, Sunday, 2 p.m. We've been going for 12 minutes now. Man, this is long. I hope you're still here because we're going to cover Waiver Wednesday. So we've got Hugo Savala playing at centre again. Fletcher Sharp has moved to fullback. Fletcher Hunt playing centre. Sandon Smith in the halves with Dylan Brown. Roosters look pretty unchanged to last week. Nafahu White up front with Lindsay Collins and Reece Robson. Angus Crichton, Sua Wong, Victor Radley. Yeah, pretty much the same from last week. For the Knights, there's a lot of movement because they're copping a lot of injuries at the moment. So Dylan Lucas is out with a throat cartilage tear or injury. He's out for like up to 4 weeks. So your boy Thomas Cunt, cross-country trip with Thomas Cunt, is going to start on the edge with Jermaine McEwen. Jermaine McEwen woke up last week for the Rumblers, scored a fat 60. Matt Croker starting at lock. So they're missing Frizzell. Got on the bench, nothing too exciting there. Let's keep it moving, guys. It's Wednesday. It's Waiver Wednesday. It's 3:43 p.m. on your Wednesday. I hope I'm driving home with you. I hope you're enjoying the coverage of the League of Two, where we cover footy, we cover chess. We're going to start covering Magic the Gathering. But right now, we're focused on the League of Two. We're focused on the footy sickos. We're focused on Team List Tuesday on a Wednesday. Let's fucking go. Brian Kelly on the wing. I don't know if he was there last week. I don't pay attention to Parrot, to be honest. Josh Papali'i playing fullback. Penasini. Fat fantasy score last week. These guys show up for the Rumblers, man. It's pissing me off. Why don't these cucks show up? Honestly. Ronald Volkman playing 5'8". Mitch Moses. Halfback Luca Moretti starts in the front row with Junior Paulo. Riley Smith going to keep job sharing with Talenta Silva like they're a couple of high school teachers. Jack Williams back on the edge. Dylan Walker starting at lock and Charlie Geimer holding that edge spot. Not sure what happened to Kilmer, but Kilmer is out this week. I'm assuming some sort of an injury. All right, let's have a look at the Dogs. The Dogs. Unchanged 1-7 from last week. Cherry and Tuala in the centres. We got Matt Burton and Lockie Galvin. Up front, we got Leo Thompson making his club debut. Big Leo Thompson making his club debut for the Bulldogs after the 6, 7, 8 week fucking calf injury. Your boy Max King is out with a broken jaw. So Sam Hughes and Leo Thompson are going to hold down that front row. Mate, Sotiris Sitili Tupanua is fucking scary off the bench. I would not want to tackle that guy, even if he stole my lunch. Harry Hayes, I'll just have to eat air that day. I'll eat sleep. I'll go to sleep. Because I'm not touching that guy. That guy looks scary. Harry Hayes, that's another scary motherfucker. He's been hitting these guys. They've been dropping balls. And look at this. We got Josh Curran with some broken ribs sniffing around the reserves. And Stephen fucking Crichton is going to make his return from a grade 5 AC joint injury in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from when he did it. And we've got Mohamed Alamadin in the reserves for Parramatta Eels. All right, that brings us to the end. 4 p.m. Combank Stadium on a Sunday afternoon. That's a sneaky one. I might even try to go to that one. That could be all right. All right, let's have a look at Waiver Wednesday. Let's see what happened. Man, I hope this thing keeps going fucking red off the charts. So I might have turned it up too much. Let me see if I can just turn this down. All right, I've turned it down. Let me know if it's any better because I think I'm like yelling it into it too much. It looks like the levels look better. Look at this. Look, I'll just talk. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't know. That's all right. We'll keep going. So, Waiver Wednesday. Come on, stop blue balling us. Get into it. First waiver off the chopping block is Kelvin releases Tyson Frizzell for Tom Michaeli. Frizzell news broke, injury 3-4 weeks out. Look, his fantasy numbers haven't been very special this year. Let's have a look at Frizz. St. George player back in the day. We let him go to the Knights, and he's had a bit of a second win to his career. Let's have this load, shall we? Fuck me. Come on, I'm paying enough fucking money. This thing should be like a lot quicker. Maybe it's just because my machine's a bit overloaded at the moment. All right. I just want to have a look at this year for now. So he's had a bit of a quiet start to the year, averaging 37. Maybe went off with that injury 23 minutes in. I can't exactly remember. I didn't waste my time watching the Knights this week. So, unfortunately, just when it looked like he started to get going in rounds 4 and 5, he gets injured in round 6. So, I know he's getting on in age, but it's a bit unfortunate. And I watched Tom Michaeli the other day against the Brisbane Broncos, and I thought, fuck, this guy looks like a beast. I know a few of you will remember he absolutely lit up a trial match. I think it was about the beginning of last season. Could have even been the season before, to be honest. This guy was an absolute beast. Like, I need to come up with new words. He was a fucking scary animal. That's not fair. He's not an animal. He was a beast. Okay, he was a beast. Offloading, tackle busting, scored like a double in this game, like from memory, like unreal. And I was like, oh, I wonder what that looks like in fantasy. 54 points. So, I know I said I'll only look at this year, but I just want to take your minds back to last year. He averaged, his highest minutes played was 30. And now this year, he's already played like a game of 40 and 50 minutes. So, last year, you weren't really seeing it. He started this year with an injury, and then bang, he's warmed up, and now he's ready to go. If he can play 50 minutes a week, you're fucking cheering, Kelvin. You might have found yourself a keeper. Harry Anus trading out Jeremiah Nanai. Can't wait anymore. gets in Sam Stone Street. But I wonder if that's going to be a short-term play or a long-term play. I know Harry Anus always tells me he's stressing about his backs. So I guess that's why he got him in. But we know Ronaldo is on the horizon. So, why isn't my charger in? Oh, my laptop charger. Hang on. All right, we don't want this stream to fucking cut out because I lose power. We're 20 minutes in, and it's a Waiver Wednesday video. Only reason why I'm doing this right now is because I've run out of tokens. My tokens refresh at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock, we're cutting this recording off, and we're getting back onto Claude Code. So, next we've got Critter's boys, Big Jezza, Jerry Singh, Savala in, Moses Leo out. Look, Jezza, you've known me for many years. I would never do anything to hurt you. To hurt Kelvin, potentially. To hurt you, I would never hurt you. I thought Moses Leo had that spot. At least up until Xavier Coates returns, you know? Has my voice and like inflection changed since I started talking about Moses Leo? Potentially, I'm not sure. Hugo Savala. I like this guy. I think this guy's a bit of a weapon. And Billy Smith cannot seem to stay healthy, unfortunately. So, you never know. Savala might be in that team for a bit more than what we know. Okay, so, next up, we've got the Rumblers. Nick Haramis releases Tavana. Nearly fucked me 2 weeks ago. So, he's injured. Tavana, and he's brought in Thomas Cunt on his edge because he needs an edge. Why does he need an edge? Because Big Dave Fafita is out for 4 to 6 weeks. I'm getting tired, but we're almost there. Thurston for toilet drink water. Vitali. Ronaldo in. Fanua Pole out. Everyone saw the news. Ronaldo Mulatalo back. Aiming to be back in round 11, which would be a 6.5 month return from an ACL injury. An incredible time frame for return. And, I mean, let's have a look at Ronaldo Mulatalo. Because he's not that impressive. He's really not that impressive. He can definitely blow up. I mean, like, look at this. The first thing you see is like, yeah, but Steven, 62, 74, 55, 51, 42. Yeah, but like, what's his season average? 40. All right. Proven wrong again. I remember Jacob having this guy, and he was like throbbing hard. 76 last year, and then he just flopped. Oh, what do you mean? All right, this is pretty bad. What am I saying here? Okay, let's have a look at what I'm saying. Standard deviation is 18. I don't know what I'm saying. A 40 is fucking solid. And his scores last year, outside of a couple of tough games, his scores were fucking really good. Basing 19 as a back, I don't know where does that rank amongst all backs? Let's have a look. Wingers. What are we talking about? Base right now. So we want to look at base. So your best average base per game is 25 from Sunia Turuva, and that's 1 game on the wing. Your next best is Tommy Jenkins, 22 in base, 5 games on the wing. So he's essentially in the top 5 for base amongst wingers. And let's say you need to have played at least 3 games. So he's essentially second overall in base for wingers. So really what I'm trying to say is you can't really get much better than that. So who am I to say, you know what? Okay. Took me 5 minutes, but I'm there. Ronaldo Mulatalo, good pickup. I'm actually fucking jealous, and I actually think maybe I should have got him now. All right, your tribal chief, Jimmy Mundulis, you're reigning, you're defending, undisputed champion of the League of Two, Jimmy Mundulis. Sony Luke in, Gerald Skelton out. I wonder why. I don't actually know. Does Jimmy need a hookup? I didn't think he did. Let's have a look at Jimmy's team. Jimmy. Oh, the Brothers War. We got the Brothers War. We got George versus Jimmy this week. Okay. Makes sense. Bradley's on a bye, and you just brought in Sonny Luke. Beautiful. Mate, can't ask for much more than that. You are down a wing fullback this week, but you're up against George, who's coming 16th. So you've got a little bit of, you can sleep well tonight. Big Ollie Pascoe, I think his name is. Ollie Pascoe in, Kyle Flanagan out. I think that's a mistake. I think you want to keep a hold of your halves, even if Kyle Flanagan's pissing you off. I don't see what Ollie Pascoe really does for you, but I've been criticised for being too critical, especially when it comes to Josh. So let's have a look. Bro, you got Phoenix Crossland, the fucking sexy motherfucker. Phoenix fucking Crossland. What are you worried about? Nah, man. Nah. Joshy, bruh. Keep the half. Keep the third half. Alright, it's Kyle Flanagan. But still, halves are like, you could have used that as trade bait, I believe. But you've done your own research. I know. Let's have a look. How about I do my research, shall we? Let's have a look at Pascoe. Pascoe, we know, has been coming on and cucking Sammy Verrills. Holy shit. Scored 50 on the weekend off of 43 minutes. Averaging 30 points for 30 minutes, so averaging a point a minute. Fuck me, dude. Here I am, eating my own words yet again on this lovely sunny Wednesday arvo. Yeah, look, I see how he's pissing you off. He's doing absolutely jack-ola. But if you just cast your mind back to last year, fuck, bro. Like, look at that finish to last year. Just those 6-7 games. That's pretty fucking good right there. You've got a 42 in fantasy with a 32 base for a halfback. Man, like, that's solid. Was he kicking more last year, I assume? Where's his kick? Oh, fuck. He was kicking a lot last year. And I believe Dan Atkinson has taken that off him. So that could be going into it. Ricky Spewitt picks up the Herbert. Not the correct Herbie. Not my Herbie, of course. And takes out Freddie Camp Smith-Lussick. So I assume that's a need for... Yeah, it's definitely a need for Jacob. Jacob needs some troops. He needs a center. And he's straight in there. He doesn't waste any time. He's straight in there. Beautiful to see. We've got the Merchants of Menace, the leader of the League of Two, the undefeated. Anything this guy touches turns to gold. Kobe Hetherington in. Kurtman out. Man, Kobe Hetherington has actually been putting up some great scores lately. Kobe. It's dragged across. I just want to see 2026 at the moment. Okay. Not bad, not great. Put up a 47 against the Dragons. Last week was a 26 against the Dolphins. Pretty shit, but they rolled straight through them. And against the Roosters, he made 53 tackles. That's incredible. Let's go light mode. Sorry if it's nighttime and I just burned your eyes. 53 tackles. That's insane. That's incredible. That's massive. 63. So let's see if he's got the Midas touch because he normally does. Lockie Hubner in for the Critters boys. All right. Critter. Jezza. You don't need to use your waiver all the time because then you get pushed to the end of the line. That's all I'm going to say. 29 minutes in, if you're still here and you hear that, take my advice. You don't always have to use it, okay? Especially if it's like a guy like Lockie Hubner, where maybe not a lot of people are going to want to waiver him, okay? But it could be a good pickup, right? He's starting this week, so Hopefully he plays at least 60 minutes. My throat is starting to go a little bit. Starting to waver. Alo Khan Pereira in. Ben Hunt out. Ben Hunt out with a big knee injury. 6 to 8 weeks. Khan Pereira comes in. This guy knows how to find the try line. He does not know how to find the fantasy points. And then we've had a bit of free agent action. A little bit of free agent action this afternoon with Matthew Feagai in for the Hairy Anus and Oren Keeley out. We've got Sam McIntyre who has a green tick actually. Did I overlook this? Was Sammy on the reserves? Let's have a look. Oh wow, Sammy's number 14. There you go. So Kai O'Donnell, your spot might not be safe, brother. Sammy McIntyre. That's a nice pickup, George. Good stuff, mate. You're keeping a lookout. Let's do a quick little refresh. See if there's been any more movement this afternoon. No, there has not. All right, guys. Well, this has been Waiver Wednesday. I gave you a wrap on Team List Tuesday. I've got a team analysis breakdown again of everyone. I don't know what more you want from me, guys. I've given you everything. I've given you the Footy Sickos website. I've given you a Waiver Wednesday breakdown, a Team List Tuesday breakdown. We're in week 7 of the League of 2. If you're not first, you're last. No, that's not true. All you need to do is make the top 8, guys. Just make the top 8. Let's have a look at the ladder. Let's have a look at the ladder. The Merchants of Menace. 6 played, 12 points, 6 wins, 0 drawn, 0 lost. William, top of the table. Strong start. If you miss the 8 from here, it'll be an absolute shame. You'll bring shame to your family. Paddy has been unbelievable this season. Given the injuries, he's hanging in there. Unbelievable stuff. Well done. Goey Johns, Ramsgate Rumblers. Big logjam here at around the 8 spot. Hopefully I can push through. I always start a little bit slow and then I start to break away. So look for me to make a big run for the top 4. We've got the Hairy Anus. He wants to be in the top 8 badly. He's coming for everyone. Trust me. Peter Talidi, equal last. You suck. Jacob, try harder. Kelvin, try harder. George, stop trying. Okay. Thank you for coming. And have a great day. See you on the other side.